What's up, YouTube? Jesus Freaks, man. As you can see, I'm literally just leaving my class, man. I just had my final presentation, man. And it went pretty good, you know what I'm saying? It went pretty well. It went pretty swell, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't help myself to be off the rails with excitement. And you know what I'm saying? That's what we should be like when it comes to God. We should be excited to get in that word, to get that spiritual milk, to see what's heard. You feel me? So just giving everything to God, especially with finals for all of y'all who are, you know what I'm saying, in college as well. I know y'all got finals. I know y'all got a lot of stuff going on too. And man, I just been leaning on God's shoulder, man. Matter of fact, I've been laying in God's hands, just trying to give him everything, because when you aren't, when you aren't, things sort of get crooked, man. And just like trying to study as much as I can. And it's not like bro, trust and believe, I am not a studier. And I know that sounds like bad to say, but when it comes to school, I'm usually just like boop, 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 cool. So I don't be really having to study a lot. But like in accounting, I found myself not, you know what I'm saying, tending to do a lot to study. So just like we study our Bible, just like, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to study what's the truth. Jesus is the way, the life, and the truth. You feel me? But a lot of people want to search, oh, well, I'm finding the truth. Well, you know what I'm saying, I want to find wherever I may be messing up. I want to find where I'm lacking at the most. And that was honestly, and you know what I'm saying, studying for accounting and etc. So just going to God and telling him, like, dear Lord, can you please just help me, you know, withhold this content? Can you help me, you know what I'm saying, continue to gain this and hold it down? And I continue to study. I continue to study and study and study and study, you know what I'm saying, for one day in like the morning. That's a lot of studying for me. But I ended up doing pretty daggone good on my, matter of fact, my quiz somewhere in here. I think it's like back there. But I did really good on it, and it just reassures me again that when I go to God through anything and everything, you will get results, you know what I'm saying? And just having that confidence, just like, you know, just like we have that confidence in, you know, basketball when we going up for a shot, we gotta have that confidence in our faith, because God will come through. God will always come through. You feel me? In Jesus' name, God will always come through. And there's no reason to fear. There's no reason to fret that something may or may not happen, because God got you, especially if you lean it on his shoulder, especially if you letting him carry you, because he will carry you. So I just wanted to turn on this camera today, man, to tell y'all to be confident in your faith. You feel me? Sometimes we may feel like we stuck in the crack of life. But you know who we be finding in the crack of life? Jesus. And that's what Pastor Coleman was saying, finding Jesus in the crack of life. Because when we walk in, you know what I'm saying, and for instance, you know what I'm saying, you have a broken road, right? We got a broken road. We don't want to drive our new McLaren down that road because it's bumpy, it's broken. It got potholes in it, right? But think of it like this. Before we knew Jesus, we was bumpy, we was broken, we had potholes inside of our heart. We wasn't caring. So it says to restore yourselves, because God will restore us, right? So now we're gonna rebuild the road that allows us to walk to God, right? So right now I'm walking down it's sort of dirty, I'm not gonna lie to you. But, you feel me? Hold on, let me try to get it. But when we allow God to rebuild that road, we will be able to get down it more. We will be able to see in it more. We'll be able to walk and put our feet on on the ground without having that shift, because God is our foundation. He is our rock. When you build a sandcastle, what happens when the tide comes? It sweeps away the sand. But when you go and you put a little rock or you put a little chair in the sand and the water comes to try to knock it away, it stays. The enemy wants to be like a high tide. And what's a high tide do? A high tide comes in and it sweeps away whatever does not have a solid foundation. So today we have to build our foundation on God. And we have to sow into things that God has put in our life. Because if we aren't, by the way, y'all, this is so off topic. But my shoes are so messed up. This is literally like mildew where I'm cooked. But my shoes are cooked. I am not cooked. Because I have God. But for not to fret, when you put everything through God, everything comes out. When you in darkness and we give it to God, he turns that into light. Come on now. So I just wanted to get on here today and tell y'all to be confident in your faith and to build your foundation on the Lord and not on worldly things and not on things that aren't there forever. Not on things that are gonna things that are gonna move from the way, things that are gonna move from the tide. Things are gonna move because they're stationary. To build something on the Lord, who is all and forever, to build somebody on the man who can't change no weather. Okay, but look, God is always just and God will never fail. I sought the Lord and he heard and he answered. I sought the Lord and he heard and he answered. That's why I trust him. That's why I trust him. So if we building our foundation on the Lord, if we being confident in our faith, we're trusting the Lord. Because what? When you call him, and you got to look at yourself first, because if you aren't in a good proposition or position, there is no reason for you to you know what I'm saying, be thinking, oh, I'm going to get this, and this handed to me. Because what I say, fleshly desires come back, I was greedy. Don't pray to the Lord because he's not a genie. Something like that. But the Lord is not a genie. He is not somebody for just wishes, etc. No. You feel me? We got to go to the Lord when we allowing the Lord to come to us, because he will turn our back if our backs are not in the right place. But like I said, be confident in your faith. Fear not, because you have God on your side. And the devil cannot attack us physically, but he can attack us spiritually and mentally. So we have to watch where our minds are at, because if our minds are not on God, then our minds are in this world. And if we're 99.9, what is that word? Surrendered to God, then we're 100% disobedient to God. So, like I was saying, practice your faith. And have confidence in the one who made you, because he made you special. And he knows every hair on your head, every fingerprint on your body. And he took his time to make you, and he cares about you. And he is all loving. So, that's just my little message for y'all today, man. I love y'all guys so much, man. I'll see y'all in the next video.